We are good to go. Decent amount of all of those. And a mysterious box ready to go. It's gonna be a good stream, I think. Get the mystery box up and going, because we have 4 more days. Well, 3 more really, of shiny Meltan hunting. And we're just going to use and abuse that while we can. Get this little Oricorio out of my way. Ryder, how's it going? It's a little difficult to manage shiny hunting on 2 devices, but we'll get it figured out here shortly. You'll notice I am not tracking encounters for Meltan because we find them fast enough. Oh. If you somehow manage to hear my kid screaming in the background, he is loved and taken care of, just disgruntled he doesn't have a second sippy cup of milk. And so he feels like he's not loved and taken care of. Pokeflute's taken forever. Charizard, welcome. How you doing? It's been a minute. You don't know what account you're on? Charizard, obviously. Oh, right, I need to fix that so we can actually see what the heck I'm doing, huh? Well, I guess we're using that now. How's the day, Charizard? Oh, and Dino Warrior. Got a concert in 4 days. One of the songs, you got to do a duet. Not how you spell that, but that's fair. And here's the kicker. It's the hardest part. Oh, hey, now we have Charizard plays. Hopefully I didn't just crash my whole stream. Okay, that's good. That's good. Do I just need to hit transform? I do need to just hit edit transform. Goodness gracious. Oop, too far. Hey, there we go. That's better. Sorry about that. Cappy, you caught a shiny Meltan? Solid. Caught like 7 or 8 of them myself. But today is not the day of luck for me. I don't know, who knows, it might be. Well, that one's going to be a hard one to catch. McLewis, welcome. Still haven't played? You wish you had the comfort of your home? Sounds about right. Hopefully you got a decent chunk of change selling your house. Today, in Guess What's in Sludge Bomb's pocket, we have a Mr. Potato Head hand for some reason. That's fun. Hotel for 2 weeks. Just enjoying the pool and everything. Want to play getting baby to bed right now, early at 9 p.m. Hopefully they go to sleep quickly and you get to play some games a little bit. Do you have those on the floor? Worse than Lego. So you guys buying another house, or like what's going on there? Looking at getting an apartment to rent or something? That's the plan. A 2-bedroom condo. Okay, nice. So was it like a downsizing type scenario? Or was it an upgrade that you guys are looking for? Negative 42 at times in the winter. This year's shoveling must have been like 10,000 pounds worth. Oh, downsizing a little bit. Had a 3-bedroom. Okay. Too big, too much work when you're the only one working. Feel that. We have a 3-bedroom apartment, and we're downsizing this year as well. We are moving to a 2-bedroom, 1-bath instead of a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, so we can save a little bit of money faster. So definitely understand what that's like. Luckily with ours, we're going to be able to do it without a gap, which not a lot of people can do, but we'll have a week where we have like 2 apartments. So that's probably where I'm going to get like my 24-hour stream in, because I won't be waking anybody up. Send the kids to grandma's for a weekend and then just stream my heart out. It was 4 houses you did? Snowed some days 3 to 4 feet. Oh gosh. Sounds like a Canada environment. Oop. I got all of these like golden raspberries from a bunch of raids I did on Pokemon Go. Well, of course it was on Pokemon Go, but during Go Fest last year, Zacian and Zamazenta, I dumped a decent amount of money into the raid passes. Got a few shinies. Hey, Misery, welcome. Congrats on your shiny you was posting about the other day. I do see you there. Yawn. Why don't I evolve Diglett? That's a good question. I think the reason is because I don't exactly need him evolved, and I'm still toying with the idea of hunting a shiny Nidoran and using that as my ground type. In generally, I like to keep my shinies at pre-evolution as much as possible, because in the effort of finishing out a complete shiny living dex, it's best to get all of the forms and then start worrying about evolution. Because say I get a Diglett. If I shiny hunt another Diglett, I can always evolve it into a Dugtrio. But if I evolve it into a Dugtrio, then I have to get another Diglett, if that makes sense. So the less I evolve, the more options I have to maybe I find a shiny Dugtrio somewhere. So that's kind of the gist. Strategy. How you doing, Miss Potatoes? Man, my nose hurts so bad. There's like, feels like it's cut or something. Anyways. Smiley face. It's generally a good sentiment. Snorlax attacked in a grumpy rage. Egyptian rage. I wish Meltan didn't spawn so close. Like, to the side of you maybe would be great, but like, for some reason, they have Meltan shine, or spawn, right in between your cheeks. So you can't see it from, unless you're constantly moving around. Come back. felt kind of nice. That's another quiet stream. Oh, hi, Cat. So glad you could join us. 9:15 finally out. And the winner of the round is Mick Lewis. Technical knockout. So what game you playing now, McLewis? Singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I swear, sometimes the way this game loads in that Snorlax, it looks a lot more blue than it is for a time. Dino, welcome. Having some very mod behavior, I see. being little ghosty ghost. My kid is like demon spawn and will not go to sleep if my wife and I are even remotely in the room. Like, if we're there, our kid thinks it's just like the playest of playtimes. But for some reason, my mom can go lay down with him in her bed and just like, he's out. It's like, it's bedtime. You been busy because of Star and stuff? No worries. Get some Star testing, huh? I didn't have Star testing when I was in school, or at least if I did, they didn't call it that. We had ISATs, and they were very descriptive. They described exactly what you did for hours on end. I sat, and I sat, and I sat some more. She knows all of her animals, colors, numbers, and she knows her ABCs to LMN. Shoot, my kid's 3 and he still won't do that. Well, he's actually 3.5, but he just doesn't have the patience to start singing his ABCs. He'll repeat them after you if you say them, but like, he's not to the point where he'll just randomly bust out singing it. Oh, everything in sign language. Okay, right on. Oh, she won't talk. Okay. Maybe I'm not alone then. State Texas Academic Assessment. You don't know what the R stands for? Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. I feel like Idaho uses STAR testing too. But like, it's obviously not for the state of Texas at that point, but I feel like the acronym is still STAR testing. Oh, that was a waste of a berry. You really truly think she's nonverbal? Could be. How old we talk about? It's like, she can obviously hear if you're saying, you know, A, and then she's doing, you know, the symbol for A or whatever. That might have been E, I'm not quite sure. Two years old and 1 month? Okay. Got some time. My youngest is just about 2. He's like 23 months or something like that. But my oldest is 3.5, and he'll talk. He'll talk your ear off, especially about construction equipment. But he doesn't have the patience to say letters. She used to say mom and dad. Yeah, that's interesting. But very rare now. Oh, gotcha. I mean, is she typically getting what she wants without words? Because there for a time, the only way I could get my son in my almost 2-year-old right now is going through the same thing, I feel like, where if he's throwing a tantrum or doesn't want to do it, he just doesn't want to. But we've kind of just made him. Because, like, we basically had to ignore my oldest for a while, and only ask questions and say, okay, if you want milk, then you gotta say milk, and just really being firm and adamant about that, and ignoring every other attempt to get what they want, especially if like we knew that he knew the word. It was just very much so a refusal to acknowledge what he was communicating unless it was in the avenue we were asking for. And it's kind of hard and heartless, and it doesn't feel good to do. We didn't enjoy it, but now he's to the point where if we say, okay, what do you want? And he'll be like, okay, I want milk. Or I want water. I'm like, okay, we can work with that. She will freak out. Tell her, wait, then she'll figure it out and calmly do what she wanted. Okay. Kids are funny. My youngest is getting frustrated with us because we're cutting him off. There for a while, he was wanting 2 sippy cups of milk to go to sleep. And so we cut him off to where he only gets 1 now. And he was, at the beginning of the stream, asking for his 2nd glass of milk. And I said, nope, here's some water, bud. That's all you're getting. You're a big boy now. If you're thirsty, water will be there. But we're not just going to down 2 things of milk just because we want to. Yeah, that's pretty cool though. Like, sounds like the vocabulary is there, just not verbally. Did 4 ounces of milk when she was out. Lucky. Mine's like, give me a pint and I'll go to sleep for you. Like, I think he's still in there kind of loosely bawling about it. We actually had my oldest son tested for autism just to rule it out. We'll probably have to have him tested for like ADHD, but there for a while we were genuinely concerned about that. I think he might have like sensory overload more than anything, because like if a fire alarm goes off, he's just absolutely terrified of that. Car horn, terrified. On your wait list for 2 years. So like she can be seen in 2 years for it, which does make sense. Like 4 is a good age for that. They'll call me within 2 years. There's that many people on the wait lists. So that again goes to my question. Are you in Canada right now? Just with the snow reference in that, I would say it sounds like Canada, but I don't know European countries how that works. But that definitely doesn't sound like the States right off. But it could still be. I don't know. Gotcha. That would make sense as to why there would be a higher wait list for people trying to get tested, for sure. I mean, I think the US has a little bit of stuff going on with that as far as state help and whatnot. We wanted to have my son tested because we know that my niece has some stuff going on, and we're not sure whether or not that was like genetically born that way, or whether there was an incident that happened during birth and after. She was operating on like 20% oxygen for the first 2 years of her life, so I think her brain was just oxygen starved, and for some reason like blood tests and the oxygen meters never picked it up until we went in to have her tonsils out, and they're like, she can't breathe. Yeah, not so much, unless they're just like entirely non-functioning to the point that they would be wards of the state when they're 18, at which point there's a little bit of help offered for that. But I think my son's was just behavior by association. So if kids are around other kids that have disabilities for extended periods of time, then they start to mimic the behaviors because they mimic what they see. And so if they're around a bunch of kids that are always throwing fits and like lashing out and just having extreme meltdowns because of disability and whatnot, they start to emulate that and pick that up into their behavior. So we got our son tested just to make sure that there wasn't things going on there and that it was more of a behavioral situation, more of a learned behavior. You're playing Creatures of Sonaria right now. Never heard of it. Roblox is a terrible place for a kid to hang out. To use a phrase of my generation, Roblox is extremely grody. Ew, grody to the max. You've seen worse. I will forever throw shade at Roblox. And Fortnite. What's a Roblox? Starkiller, welcome to the chat. All I know is adults talk to kids on there, but what do you actually do in Roblox? See, that's the thing. The only thing I can really compare Roblox to is imagine a game that innocently presents itself like Minecraft, but more of has RPG Maker built inside of it. So like it looks like on the outside kind of more chibi like Minecraft, but has the ability for people to make games inside of this online environment. Is that about accurate? Like, the characters to me just look like high-res Minecraft people. Less blocky, more round, but still very blockish. So, like, I don't mean that the gameplay is similar to Minecraft, it just looks similar to Minecraft. And it is very much so a Predo site, I feel like. You've never played Minecraft either? All you know is it's kind of like Pokopia? Yes, it is. except for a lot more digging, a lot more survival oriented. Minecraft is actually really good. I love Minecraft. I was in on the alpha testing for it. I feel like Notch, I was playing back when Notch still owned it and was programming it in his mother's basement with another dude for his team. And it was purchased on a sketchy website for $4.99. And that was like back in, I feel like it had to have been 2008, 2009. Latest 2011. You got a shiny Torterra in Champions. Lit. Fortnite brought gaming together. Oh, it's still Xbox kids and PS kids. I'm hard in the Xbox camp. Hate PlayStation. Mainly the controller. But the controller's getting more tolerable. But I haven't played the PlayStation 5. So it could be better. But I absolutely get agitated when I turn on a PlayStation. The interface is so archaic. Just like bunch of blue menu lines, and it's disgusting. And I like blue. Blue's my favorite color. But I greatly prefer the Xbox One tile system. But more than that, the 360 menu system was the peak menu system between the two. Next to that, the Wii. Nobody can hate the Wii menu system. And the Switch. The Switch has got a pretty decent menu. I don't know, like, the PlayStation 4, I just hate how everything is scroll across the top or scroll up and down when you like open up the settings, and it's just solid blue background with just a white bar when you scroll. I can't remember if that's really what it is, but it looks horrendous. There's just like no finesse to it. I feel like I would rather hunt around in a DOS menu system. Like, I've seen back-end programming that's more aesthetically pleasing than the PlayStation menu. Fortnite was the reason why cross-platforms exist. PlayStation denied for over 12 years, and it made it happen. Shouldn't need finesse to find my games. Yeah, I will agree. The Xbox Series X system is terrible, but it looks better. Like, I'm with you. I'm with you. Xbox One, yes, had a great tile system. I didn't have to hunt. 360, even better, but it's slowly been getting worse. And I haven't seen a PlayStation 5, but maybe they're getting better. I don't know. PlayStation 4, absolutely dog water. PlayStation 3, I don't even remember because it was so long ago. You got your Series X for $120? Heck yeah, man. That's legit. You didn't like PlayStation, but you started with the PS1, 2, and 3, then Xbox 360, then 1, then 1S, then Series X. See? The menu system is just generally better. Like, I know that it's hard to find games sometimes on a Series X, because I've played that, been there, done that. but at least the environment looks cleaner than the PlayStation 4. Like, don't get me wrong. The tiles that PlayStation kind of has when you turn it on and you're looking for your game, you're looking for your TV app, you're looking for the YouTube app or whatever just across the top, it works. When you're trying to navigate in settings and stuff, it's absolutely terrible. And there are different ways to customize them and whatnot, but let's see if real quick most people are on. Okay. Let's just take a moment. Okay. So this is Xbox. And if we specifically look at this tiling system, fairly good. You know, you can see your apps, you can see your games, go click tiles, whatever, scroll down, get to your movies, get to your other stuff. And this is Series X to PS4, so it's not going to be a straight across. But like, kind of the same thing going on there, but more flat. I don't like scrolling left to right that much. And this just seems messy down here. This is okay, but still pretty bad. And then you have this ugly menu every time you want to turn it off. This is horrendous. Like, we should have left this in 2010. And like, oh, I need to adjust my settings over here. What does that look like? Disgusting is what that is. But, oh, I need to adjust my settings? Okay, cool. Look at how clean that is. I need to go to settings, general, system. Okay, here's the things you can do in system. Pick one. And then you're good to go. It's so much cleaner than PlayStation. Out of curiosity, is it fixed in PS5? Okay, they got rid of the ugly blue, at least. It's better. Still not stellar, but better. I like it more. They're getting better. Okay, that looks pretty decent. There you go, chatception. Anyways, let's catch up on chat after my rant. Got an Xbox One just for Red Dead Redemption 2 and cannot stand Xbox. It's not an exclusive though, is it? I thought you could get Red Dead Redemption on the PlayStation. And you're going on 90 hours resets. It's all moddable now. I don't know. I've never really had a huge problem finding anything in the Xbox environment. But then again, I work a lot with computers in Windows 11 and 10, and it's kind of similar. Go figure. You'll forever fight me on this topic. Xbox One was cheaper than used PlayStation. Okay. To be fair, though, you do got Xbox One, right? Not Series X. I think my wife and I are going to end up bypassing the PlayStation 5. Like, there's just not a legitimate reason for us to get one. And I don't even know if there'll be a legitimate reason to get a PlayStation 6, honestly. Biggest mistake was not paying another $50 to just get the PS4 again. Yeah, I will disagree on that. I think the PlayStation 4 environment's kind of terrible. But this is coming from somebody who was a Nintendo fan. Is a Nintendo fan, primarily. But can we all agree that the Xbox 360 was like the greatest of them all? I'll be right back. I'm going to go turn on my AC. PlayStation also has way better exclusives than Xbox 2. And no, Xbox 360 was garbage compared to PS3. Hey, I'm talking about interface system. What is going on there? This is the Xbox 360 menu. A little bit of Xbox One as well, but this menu system was actually pretty intuitive, but like this menu system, this one was pretty great. Need to talk to friends? There's a friends tab. Everything that you have to do with online in one place. Settings for system, always been there. Kitsu Eclipse, entered to see nostalgia. We're talking about all of the menu systems and how I think PS3 and PS4 were garbage and why Xbox 360 era was fantastic. Maybe not so much the Xbox One version of the menu, but home, social, games, music, apps, settings. Easy to find everything, aesthetically pleasing. Done. PS3 menu. Disgusting. I still like it better than the PlayStation 4, though, honestly. Because the tiles up the top, you kind of know what's going on, but I don't like, oh, just go left on the tiles and then down on the lines. I prefer a 100% tile system. It feels better. It looks cleaner and less clunky. But I digress. That's me. Xbox One was amazing when it came out. Also, I will argue the point that PlayStation 3 does not, in fact, have the best exclusives, or PlayStation in general does not have the best exclusives. I think that still resides with Xbox. The problem is they aren't making any games for them. So by default, PlayStation has the best exclusives. Because Microsoft has bought so many game franchises and then just like gave a big fat L on all of them and isn't making games for them. But no, PlayStation does have some pretty good story element games to them. Props for the shiny badge quest. You're struggling even to get a shiny in your playthrough. Kitsu Clips, Star Killer's right there with you. They've been hunting like 90 hours for theirs. Just for a starter. Hey, Marcus, welcome, welcome. Ooh, I'm low on equipment here. No bueno. Marcus is in fact still alive. They've just been afflicted with the moderator curse recently. Something about graduating and all that. And being an adult with a job. You're trying to get a shiny Nidoran male since it was your first ever shiny? Nice. That's a good one. I want a shiny Nidoran male as well. You've closed 4 nights this week and it's only day 5. I've somehow became a project manager, a product manager, um, a branch manager, a help desk manager recently. Struggle's real. I feel you there, Marcus. Wait, so when you say closing, that means you're like you're getting off at 11 or you're getting off at like 3 in the morning? Because waking up 2 hours later for school kind of sounds like you're still waking up at a stupid late time. What up, Q? Please tell me the blank is supposed to be 2. We have a 2319. Currently just a 319 in the chat. Jason, doing well. How about yourself? Glad to hear it. Usually you get out about 12:30, but you usually don't fall asleep until like 1:32 and you get up at 5. That is disgusting. Why do you get up so early for school though, dude? Like, when I was in my senior year of high school, I was rolling out of bed at like 8 and getting there at 8:15. It was wonderful. I exaggerate, of course, but I had enough time to get a shower, snag a bite to eat, and run out the door to drive to school. It was wonderful. Heck yeah, I'm trying for the shiny lax. We have somebody drop a YouTube membership to the channel. We'll have a dancing lax up on the screen. He's pretty dope. Watching my stream calms you down. I like that. Happy to help. It's even been known to put a few people to sleep. Not sure if that's a good thing or not, but we'll take it. Because you want hot water, and if you don't, then your siblings hog it all. Valid. How do you get shiny in champions? The same way you get shinies here, with a lot of luck. But I heard when you recruit Pokemon, there's a chance they'll show up shiny. I have not touched Pokemon champions, so I do not know fully. Trying to collect the rest of the Pokemon from ZA to home. Need Mudkip, Combuskin, Gimmighoul, Frigibax, and Arcticbax. I need so many to complete my decks, but I want that shiny Volcanion so bad. What do I think of Pokemon Champions? I think that it was extremely misrepresented in all of the ads leading up to it. I can't believe they released it without a 6v6. I think that's absolutely absurd. But other than that, I like the idea that you can build Pokemon at any point in any time. I think it's wild that they allowed Pokemon Home connectivity to it, because I thought their entire marketing pitch for it and why they were doing it was to level the playing field and make it so that people that use bots can't just customize and build any Pokemon they want with the bot and then trade it in, which is exactly what you can do. You can get a Pokemon built on like Scarlet and Violet, put it into Home, and then transfer it from Home to Pokemon Champions. And you still have to recruit them, I think, to a degree, but then you get to use this absolutely stacked of a unit Pokemon that you don't have to like worry about customizing inside the game. So it still rewards cheating and allows for it, whereas they presented it as in this is going to stop this from being a problem. ZA is the first game you're going to get your shiny living dex completed in. That actually makes a lot of sense since it's super ridiculously easy to shiny hunt in that game. They need to let legendaries battle in there. I believe it. Like, I don't have a hatred for it by any means. I just don't have an interest in it either, because PvP battling is not why I play Pokemon. I really do play Pokemon for the dex completion, the story, and that's about it. Shiny hunting, of course. I kind of briefly lumped that in there with dex completion, but shiny hunting, dex completion, and the story. I like exploring the world and getting immersed in it. I've never really spent a lot of time at the battle tree in Pokemon White or Battle Tower, or I think the battle tree is actually in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I don't know. White Forest, Black City, Battle Frontier, Battle Tower, Battle Zone. I've never really spent time in it because I don't get enjoyment out of just crafting my team and battling it. I like crafting the team, I just don't like using it to battle. So naturally, I didn't like Legend ZA. And so coming out of Legend ZA, I didn't want to play Champions because I'm like, I'm done. I'm so over battling right now. Not a fan. And with the announcement of the shiny Volcanion, I really need to finish my Legend ZA decks. So that got me to play the game. I finished, quote-unquote, the DLC. At least the main story, caught Darkrai, all that. And I still need to finish the Delta episode, if you will, to that. But after that, I'll return to shiny hunting in it because that's going to be fun. But I think it was just so poorly done. I hate the hyperspace dimensions or whatever the crap they are. You're only missing a handful of shinies for base ZA, but you have a lot to do for the DLC shinies. I've made it pretty far in my shiny living decks in both ZA and Scarlet Violet. I'm excited to get back to doing those after this badge quest. I'm gonna pick up Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and hunt those pretty hard. I'm glad I was able to get a few shiny Meltan the other day. That's going to be of a benefit to me. And then I need to do a few hunts on the 3DS. So I'm going to finish this, hunt on the 3DS until, probably until Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald comes out. And then I'll do a badge quest in those, and then I'll switch to BDSP, hunt that. And by then, we'll probably have Winds and Waves come out, hunt that. And then while I'm waiting for the DLC, I'll probably do Sword and Shield. I have not yet evolved my shiny Diglett. I'm going to keep it as a little Diglett so that when I go to hunt for the rest of the living decks, I don't have to worry about, oh, I found a Dugtrio and I already have a Dugtrio. If I find another Diglett, I just evolve it into Dugtrio and I'm good. It's easier to keep the base form. Leaves more room for possibilities to shiny hunt. Beat who with bugs? Were you trying to spell Blaine? I would agree with that assessment because I'm pretty sure in Gen 1 you only have Butterfree, Beedrill, Scyther, and Pinsir to work with. All of which are going to get clapped by Blaine. Frigiback's the only shiny you still need for ZA? That's actually pretty impressive. New Kanto Mega should have been included Nidoking and Nidoqueen. I 100% agree. But in that, for some reason, I feel like they should have gotten a convergent Mega, if that makes sense. Kind of like Meowstic. I feel like Meowstic got a Mega where male and female evolve and it's the same sprite, same 3D render. I feel like that would make sense for Nidoking and Nidoqueen too. Have a good one, Marcus. I feel like Nidoking and Nidoqueen to Mega Evolve are just going to do the Fusion Ha dance and become one super being. Oh yeah, Venomoth exists. Parasect is invalid. Parasect was forgotten because it definitely will not help against Blaine. Parasect brings negative point value to the equation. Well, that's just really not wanting me to work with that. Parasect knows Dig, but it's so much slower than Rapidash and Arcanine. Is it actually going to get to use it? Like, Pinsir can learn Dig too, I'm pretty sure, and would stand more of a fighting chance, speed-wise. Mirror Man, here with some great news. What's that? You found a shiny Charmander. What about Dugong, Lapras, or Vaporeon? They're not bugs, though. You've been cheesing to sleep. Get all the way to the last Pokemon and he kills super fast. Is his last Pokemon Rapidash? You got an N64? That's really good news. That's awesome. What games? Donkey Kong 64? It's one of them, right? Diddy Kong Racing, maybe? Ocarina of Time, perhaps some Majora's Mask, or maybe even some GoldenEye. Oh, giving ideas for shiny hunts for Blaine. The Exile Star is doing a bug-only hunt, a bug-only run. But yeah, as far as my run's concerned, I am considering hunting Lapras next. I got 2 more hunts to do, and I am struggling with either I hunt Lapras, and then I hunt Nidoran, or I hunt Dratini, and then I hunt Nidoran. Or maybe I go for Lapras and Dratini. Super Mario 64, Yoshi's Story, GoldenEye, Mario Kart. Okay, solid choices. Excuse me for a moment. Getting some Ocarina of Time next. Now you begin your hunt for shiny Staryu. Fantastic, Kitsu. Get it. But yeah, we have a complete inbox Atomic Purple Nintendo 64 that I need to move with me. So I'm glad I had a reason to get that down finally. Well, it's kind of complete inbox because the manuals are right here. I wonder how long before that resets. Majora's Mask is like one of my all-time favorite games, even above Pokemon. Like, Pokemon Sapphire is definitely my favorite Pokemon game, but I think my all-time favorite game has got to be like Majora's Mask, Skyward Sword, or Ocarina of Time. Should be pretty easy. I would think so. Exile Star, you use the item duplication glitch with the retro mail and you clone a crap ton of rare candies. If not, then you struggle bus through leveling them up. And I think, unfortunately for you, there is not a decent place to level up bug Pokemon in that game. Because the Burndown Mansion is the highest level you probably have accessible at the moment. And they're going to get destroyed by the Pokemon there. Route to the east and west of Fuchsia are the next highest. And you're going to run into a lot of bird Pokemon. And that's not going to be a bueno. I dare say the best place is either going to be Diglett Cave or Rock Tunnel. Perhaps even Pokemon Tower. Pokemon Tower is probably going to be the best place to level up. Because Ghost doesn't have like a stellar type advantage on you. There's that zone where you can easily heal your team. Yeah, floor 4 of Pokemon Tower probably the best. And they're decently high. You're not having a lot of problems with Pokemon Mansion? Stellar. If it's working, then go for it. I mean, I guess you are going to run into a decent amount of coughing and whatnot. Maybe muck. Found yet another shiny Fletchling. Dime a dozen. Coughing, Grimer, Raticate, Rattata, and sometimes Dittos. Okay, not bad. You hunting in the basement or something? Hey, there it switched to 0. Just had to refresh my game, I guess. Okay. Pokemon. Check. Okay. Settings. Pokemon Home. Where do I have a double Pokemon? Chop. Next. Transport. Oh, crap. Your favorite games have to be Undertale and Deltarune? Nice. Those are actually pretty good games. 27 Fletchlings so far. It's an epidemic up in there, man. All right, we back in business. Can we get us a few more shiny Meltan today? Well, a few more shiny Meltan. Today, can we get us a few more shiny Meltan? $25 shiny Pidgey. Gosh dang. It's a lot. I can't. Is Chapter 5 a 5th installment to Deltarune? Is that what's going on with that? Nice. There's gonna be 7 chapters total. How long is each chapter? Hopefully it's not like Kingdom Hearts 1, Chapter 1, 2, 3, and they're just different worlds within the same game, but like entirely ground up games, or, you know, extensions of the game that are like full game length. The chapters, funny enough, have increased in length with each chapter. That's funny. Cat. Fat cat. Though playing it blindly, chapters 3 and 4 took you a whole day to play. How much is each chapter getting sold for? Hopefully not millions and millions and millions. Ooh, we want an Ultra Ball for that guy. Okay, we've been hunting about 2 hours. The chapters come as free updates. Oh, shoot, dang. Then yeah, that's awesome. My cat thinks because she let me pet her for a minute, it is now dinner time. She is sorely mistaken. Meanwhile, I'm like, I think I have Deltarune. Do I have Deltarune? Oh, what happened there? It was Hollow Knight I bought. I also have another one of those games. What is it? What the heck is it? Undertale. I have Undertale somewhere. Undertale soundtrack is phenomenal, I must say. Do not have Silksong. And Deltarune's one that I don't have. It's Hollow Knight and Undertale I have. Yeah, I've heard Undertale emotionally breaks people. Like, I've played like halfway through Undertale, I think. And I enjoyed it. I just haven't really had time to pick it up recently. Been too busy with all the Pokemon stuff. I also haven't picked up, or I have it, but I haven't played Hyrule Warriors. You remember me playing through it a little bit? Oh yeah, I'm still in the same boat, but I think my wife just started watching some Star Trek and reading a bunch, so we each had our own activity to do. Separately but together. Snorlax, the most annoying shiny hunt? Nah. I mean, maybe. I can think of worse. It involves fishing rods. But it does suck that we have to wait for the flute to wake him up every time. It's the poke flute for you. That's a no from me. I got my shiny Abra from the game corner. I used the Nugget Bridge, Infinite Money Glitch, and then I went and bought my Abra. Facts, best spot indeed. Buy 5 at a time? Oh no, I was buying 83 at a time. Buy 83, go check them all, rinse and repeat. Wastes more money, but it is faster. Get more encounters per second. At least per minute. I feel like we counted it out one day. I feel like it was 54 cycles. Let me see if I'm misremembering. Let's see. Abra was my 4th. 46, 48. $56. I was close. Yeah, it's actually pretty fast. So you got a shiny Charmander finally. That's a statement, not a question. I feel like one's coming though. I do not care about natures in a shiny run. But as far as I can remember with Adamant, that should boost attack. And I can't remember. I don't think Charizard has a lot of attack moves. I think he's mostly special. In the case of Charizard, then yeah, that's probably a bad nature. Especially in Gen 3, I don't feel like Charizard has a lot of physical moves. Like, he has Slash. Fly would be a physical. But I'm pretty sure all of his fire attacks are going to be special because it's not like he has flame charge in Gen 3. Wing attack, I can't remember, but it could go either way. Gotta bring him to champions and make him a Mega Charizard. What? My cat's in here staring at me like I'm gonna feed her instead of the person out in the living room. Oops. I just realized By Swayze hasn't popped on today. Yet. We still got like 12 more minutes though. It's likely to happen. Maybe. My watch thinks I'm standing right now. It's like, congratulations, you've met your stand goal for the day. I'm like, no, I am being a potato. Thank you very much. That's a good question. I think it just picks up on how high my watch is and assumes if it's higher than my waist, I'm standing or something like that. I don't know. It's like, oh hey, you're moving around. You must be standing. And I'm just like, JK, joke's on you. I am a potato. No, my watch hangs out just below my hip. So I mean, I guess kind of part of my waist. I don't know. I got a short torso but longer legs. Guess as a painter, you got your hands almost always up? Yeah. My hands are often sitting on a desk. I'm fairly confident they are, but your copy may in fact be broken. Same, bro, same. Welcome, Underglitch. Yeah, we, still hunting for the lax. Relaxing and hunting the Snorlax. Well, we really haven't done that many encounters on it, so I'm not worried yet. Still hunting for fatty lax. Fatty lax. Maybe that should be our Snorlax's nickname. It's better than Dapper Lax, I think. $15.45, not bad. I have no idea. I never remember his name. I know what you're talking about, though, but... I don't even know if that's a diss or not, to be like, you're on the dev team, and then the rest of your dev team are like, you know what? We're basing this Pokemon off of Hero over there. Let's name it Snorlax. He's always snacking and sleeping. Koji Nishino. All right. This is going to be the last encounter for the day. And it is not shiny. But it's a good enough place as any to pop off the game. So we will catch you all tomorrow for another stream. We'll see you then.